Hello, so weekend ebe ya kono aye nija na ejina wapomudin. Enti ye bisa se muhu ye. Abigail Ashley edi muhu ye dwumedi bro. Meme ne da wie bia no mienu ekosi no nan. Enyiwe fidie emfree wo KFM. Muhu ye. Oh, apomudin sem papa.
Abigail Ashley. Show with Abigail Ashley. Mamunina Aqua Baba Muhiya show live on OK 101.7 FM. Na Muhiya na. Within the Abigail Ashley. Proudly produced by Sammy Otavio, DJ Flesh, and executive producer Dr. Father Dexter. Miss Renya me bompa is also wadanya miase. So when ya dia me pa cho. Yenina yankata enisima na yankase erade medase. Sa some we de unhia me o. Ntina de bia me srem no. Obi anya ne sa. Sama de bia ye kan obi anya ne sa. And apowe me sorry a message am it say ye. Oh sister B me da ho se say de mintumi kra be mati se me mintumi pejamensa mintumi nya hwe me da ho ne ye dandam me nanso wo de wa sorry onam uye dia opese wo ye nyina wo tutu won sakra free eya danyame asema me why Is it the Namia say, yes, ye can't go ye nim de yeka. what just say what dream cry I want to say when him time I would wouldn't when him say oh you're born 9 I made him home called some panoso na time pots in I would die win him you have no idea and too sorry at Danyamiase at the patch one no Danyamiase when you video Danyamiase me mamunyi na akwa baby ever my help Mohoye show live on OK 101 doesn't. And then minim dey my help my life abenda manoso sa live one kai say my help my life is also tuned on at 3 p.m. on UTV. You can also watch it there.
How do you cope with your mentality? Rap with sister but only baby. No sex life to say. Music I say we shoot the same.
It was a motivational message in area where you say asida. Eya Danyamiase. But start to create catch up on that. Eya Danyamiase. Well, so now I know people say I'm then why I'm like seriously besides the then Yankupon Yamo. What's yes from January to December and a date be January to November that's what yes who can just say so hospital be crown or call yours and net dear oh yeah me bois I said you need be crown away near be in the and only be the me bois Satari be crown away near be and shall no she be me bois intending to one Danyamiase me seeing soon ya num the free crowd in bottles so no then one is a special eyes nobody grown show me or being to me no munzio zao enti Danyamiase mame why danase wo Danyamiase no bia waye bia ma so na wa danase esansa ase da de ye Yankopon so hiro mo da ase wo hira nkrofo no Yankopon so hiro mo so make sure you keep thanksgiving on your lips Danyamiase eno na hia me no Danyamiase mi say no power message na me kan ye no me yam hia hye o say star bi mi o ba no ene de me da ho mintimi ndane me ho mintimi nya hwe me da ho na ye dandan me be market chi I think for the past 1 month I've just been talking about cholera. Na cases na kwa na koso me pese me kasa tiobi but wo krom na you have more than 70 people dying because of cholera na that so etio na ye awards night Ghana Health Service na me pese me kama asem kra na we die Ghana Health Service planning an awards night a branch for more than 70 ewu due to cholera. It's unacceptable. Yeah, me yakrani so you be from office, head officer. No be as why busy. Nobody wants to talk to you about it. Meanwhile, people are dying. And I hear when you say COVID-19 and na bibinti obi aye din for one. People are dying from cholera and then it's contagious.
0.7 FM, steady made.
And I know Central Region, they are recording 170 cases. Uncle Fu, Kaswa DM buyer, that DM buyer. And I don't think that's the only data we have. They have other data, young collecting you. I mean, Senipa Baku Krapo because of cholera. It should be an emergency. Already we've declared it an outbreak, so it's an emergency issue. Still live on OK 101.7 FM in the Abigail Ashley and experts say one of the presidential candidates, Mr. Hassan Ayariga, APC, All People's Congress, for presidential candidates in the studio. We are going to talk about their manifesto, especially the one that borders on health, because yejume die yapomudi asam no yebeka and obia ati asiama any doctor we are fiakentons be bon komo. We're looking about the herbal treatments for digestive disorder. enti doctor nso ba be kan chen e ba be kan sa e wo ha na e de na bonkomo omo bia de di kan aba bia ye beso mo
Sex life the same. Pussy got some the same.
guys, say Jimmy DNA is live on OK101.7 FM Facebook page. Sounds no okay, okay. YouTube page and so we are live there. Sounds so in a snapsets and so to yeah okay. Instagram pages and so amao. Like I said, Jimmy DNA is very sponsored by Special Ice Mineral Water. Almost so I Jimmy DNA Bremo. Yes, water is live. Ubenum sure. And one special ice mineral water. At least 4 sachets of water a day. The beer is well recommended. 4 sachets. Man, it is a one munsio crow. Then 4 sachets of water into Bianca my sounds so we are being supported by this way chocolate drink. And so as same lady Jimmy D. Bremo. Yeah, they are down so much HF Grills. HF Grills on Society Sunday Jimmy Day Bremo every Saturday. HF Grills on moi enya namno and on moi a grill namno. Aha. Say weekend the way dear omukako omuwe ye. Into friend now on Sankom but for your chinako from 0277604858 0277604858 now your order on the bed bro me patch up a chicken ope krokoko turkey and now per rabbits and now per krill and now catfish nibi from moi omode bebro number near 0277604858 from moi omode unam bebro that me pese u try fresh one nibi or more fresh and so and the fresh no bet me I catch them so and then I'm no me pen fresh omode fresh bebro say rabbit na open the fresh shows akoko na open the fresh show say turkey no so na open the fresh show from moi omo ede bebro ewo ho na de opeso odi bia slice bi na opeso chance so anu we twa ade fresh na awudi ade na mom kan so munya so ya na ediju medi bremo medin the Abigail Ashley being supported by Sami Otavio executive producer Dr. Father Dixon and I know say ye bon komo afa peptic or say ye ne ye brebi bon komo ewa studio ha Evans nyamia adom bra pencil contribute here okay so obe canibi na ofadodo na I think he took like 75% of the bill. Yeah, he took 75% of the bill. Nyamia adom Tuesday no ye bra Evans call clinic. Aye, ne call clinic. Call clinic and so be okay. Mr. Kofi Paintel. Yeah, that's a week. I've named him the angel of the day that day. He was an angel for us. So we thank him so much. Mijan, for na for name and that's that and Mr. Kofi Paintel. And I know Saturday for your contribution, your generosity on that day. Nyamia dom yeni Evans call hospital or start Tuesday no. Ya man in draw ye labs man. And I am in Drew. Dr. Amayen, some few weeks or say, monitor. So, monitor, gusu monitor. Me Evans airborne como how the medications are going. Namia don't be okay. Emery Pamuno, mini Evans Beba Studio. Na be bon como. Aye, all economy training funing in 2 or 3 weeks time instead of be obey be try announcing funing the bet your social media platform no so na yenina ndi anyamia ye no na yenina ye hu bi nti enche ye di eno so beto ho amamo na mahwe but make I must say contributions na buy no Mr. Paintel Kofi Paintel paid like 75% of the bill for us. We thank him so much for that day, for his generosity. We really appreciate it. Piaga me hu some mobile life on air moshe sound so and me hu Alexander Baden so ewo ho Richard ewukun so about live on air. Lydia Osai so aba so John Kweku Emmanuel so also live Sam Eric and so also live mehu Paradise ni Saki Crashy, please. Okay, on also about so live on our Facebook page. Diana Osensu were live. Vincent Israel Beidru so I was so Pascal Kwakun so were live. Yeah, the money as mom would be feeding no at okay 101.7 FM. Still awaiting our presidential candidates in the studio. Hassan Ayariga, the presidential candidates for APC or People's Congress. Expecting was studio ha. Then neighbor bon komoto afa manifesto no sounds so na enter Dr. Rafi Atkinson so be joining herbal treatments for digestive disorders on also babeka live on our studio. But in the meantime, our phone lines the alternative lines are activated. The question be what say bisa Hassan Ayariga whilst you are waiting for him in the studio. Over to me afraid and texting and now to me at their fire WhatsApp line also 0596 200 902 0596 200-902. Over to me, dear Faho. Any questions you want to ask Hassan Ayariga? And I kind of say, there's a good news for dialysis patients. Abigail, why are you not talking about the good news for dialysis patients? That is me until I've seen the thing manifesting. It's difficult for me to talk about it. Yes, it's going to be an NHIS for promising free dialysis from December 1st. Sad na promise no, but until I see the manifestation, I'm happy to hear that. I'm very grateful. It's taking a lot of burden off our shoulders. Kidney patients no just say ebe maya hoto kakra omo contributed to kidney patients health when it comes to dialysis so mom ho ha omo kakra yadanyamiase. But let's see the manifestation. Yes, let's see it happening. When we see it happening, we'll all be jumping towards it, because the last time I went to Kuala Lumpur, to date still old machines there. To date, consumables shortages. To date, about 50 machines active. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but we are believing in God. I believe in God. I believe in miracles. So we are believing by December 1st, free dialysis section. Now you are promising, you know, I did new machines. Now I started free dialysis. And I'm super excited to see that. I'm really waiting for that. I'll be the first person to jump to it because it's expensive. And I make a show. So, so free. Now, when Danya Miasia, a bit ya. Dialysis a juma na ya no Johnson no ana efine wo mboja ne mu no AP then I said Johnson na AP no omo yare kidney problem no mo di MP and dialysis no eboa say fin AP efiomumu, and that's why they have to pay expensive so much for dialysis. The average dialysis session is costing almost 600 Ghana cedis per section, and I was all here 3 times in a week. Bankophone is be once a week, be twice a week, but on the normal day it's supposed to be 3 times in a week. But I said kidney nankasa day a 24 hours, but due to fans and see dialysis no, you do it 3 times per a week. Na wa cleanse body ni muamo. No. I'm super excited. I'm happy. Not that I'm yes, I've spoken about it. I'm happy. I think I've said it severally on my own social media platform. Said I'm happy about it, but I can't wait for the manifestation. And no, any hear me, because until it happens, until I see it, a lot of promises has gone into it, and we wait for it. And I. So live on OK 101.7 FM. Muhoya show.
Abigail Ashley.
live on OK 101.7 FM. Ebusia, mwana mubisa me say Evans what to say no his live on air. And see, and then the Beccasato. I mean, not too much, not too detailed. Yen bisana a course person you could see a creamy keke. Namu who say yes, Mr. Pencil's contribution is working. And see, yeah, then I say Evans.
Hello, mommy.
Hello, Evans.
Hello, mommy. Okay,
Flash. Hello, Evans.
Girl Ashley on OK 101.7 FM. Steady made it. Cheers.
hello.
Yeah, Evans.
Mommy, Pacho, Metonka.
Bibi Abo called, yeah.
Pacho, Nyango Pandu, Moni, Madame.
We are live on OK 101.7 FM. And then Uncle Phoebe, some say Evans, what to say. And I'm say, with the main cache, my main friend on Wankasa. No one can share me sit down what's here. And Evans, what to say.
Oh, Pacho, Nyango Pandu, no Madame.
Bibi
Bibi Abo, oh,
Radia say.
yeah.
Yes,
Bibi
I
Abo,
know Muko clinical.
Pacho, Eko, Mamu, Koyami,
That been our call. Who called that bang?
Pacho, Meko,
Tuesday, no, okay.
Pacho,
Okay.
Pacho,
And so quiet,
Pacho.
I could see saying.
Meko, test, yeah, Mama Catchers, also, Mimujam, na Emma Moshene, Emma Woman Drew.
Okay.
Any Yamani almost testing emoji, so I must say, John Gisne, Osa, and a mojam. It's your mamma in Drew.
Okay.
Menuma, you see, I'm as a Tuesday. We be okay, ever meeting because first and I'm at you. Sometimes it's to someone when I'm here, me, why is she? And by you see, I'm a number brother, and a person, I'm into that. But you see, I'm a number brother to that. I mean, this happens in the studio, and I made it to come out.
And how did you come out?
Yeah.
Now, doctor say that Ben Bium, Ubehuni Biuma, and one.
But you say 1 month time. Set me number brother 1 month time, and some family over here.
Some found, but you're not sign a test in the Bium.
But you
just a baby clear now.
But you
Okay. Evans, me my own casabe bray. I just want people to know so where na Mr. Painton so contribution and kokwa. And see that's all I wanted to say. Now me person who can be big kakre big show Mr. Coffee Painton then I'll person catch no.
oh, me is my make catching say young pondanas. That's can you know. On sanction emanu.
Okay.
Woman.
Amen.
Money, you know, na baby muda.
Amen. Yeah. Me how we still have some few weeks to go and see a person be fine what you to dimu. We'll really invite you in the studio na for the why? Main council na Dr. Kai say nyina koswa na pepe. Why?
Pacho, me da see.
Yes, yeah, that's. Nyame sure no count. Amen. Okay. Ebusia yati yenua bemma Ivan. Mo a mo bisa me se ne ho ai ne ho ye pa o se ne ho ye. Na se ne ho ye pa na adom. Mo last week mo an shede ntie ye no. Ban se na ye kasa afa peptic ulcer ho. Nti na minimobia. I mean, he's been in AIDS for 6 years in Tiaka. So, my main friend and I'm in name Bonkomo. So, during the conversation, I'm sure. Maybe a doctor say, obey to me, Abwa Asana Yariana. And a doctor say, aye, when he comes to his place, no obey to me answer. And he say, how much will it cost? And no bo a my yen. about is it 4,000 Ghana cedis? Yes. And the doctor bought my no and they do just doctor say me say nemum say ebeka wakoma na opese o contribute na we boy na etua sakana na edama doctor no asa yebra wiring for the past 6 years and na eja me di two dwa danya me beye all of a sudden na angel coffee pencil came through and he contributed about 75% of the money. Dr. Ansuma Kakra and I'm media so and Nyamiya Dum Tuesday no on name producer Samuel Tavio echo clinical and a self examinations nina and a lab test nina near was saying na and a doctor's recommendation and medications near the man and so starting journal so na ene ye friend on the business how far and on one enum to or say nyamiadom first known to me in the year or start here drone or to me da to me the baby ye so we empire born say e be do 1 month na doctor dia maye no na bibia aye ajubro yeda mu nyina se mo amutie nyina so yeda mase mo a mo consume yeda I can't say thank you to only one person because it was mo amutie no and then nkofo oba so ebe contribution ti yeda mu nyina ase
Abigail Ashley.
So live on OK 101.7 FM. Me who say Jamaica Sam Abaline so na Kiram so aba so me who say Laurentia Ejenim so aba so live watching us on our OKFM Facebook page. Still expecting the presidential candidates for APC, All People's Congress in the studio, Hassan Ayariga and our channel. Na me adom obedu en chen wa ha. Ya betwa ye jumi me won say me producer call round or kwaba. So Hassan Ayariga presidential candidates for the APC was born on September 1972. 4th September 1972 and na ye wono and na ye wono woboko ye wono woboko and na boko so ewo upper east region of Ghana eho and ewo Hassan Ayariga awo na kai say na oye accountant. He's an accountant by profession. And Sana Oba Beye Oba into Ghana politics. I believe he's still an accountant. Yeah, he's an experienced accountant. He's happily he's an accountant. He actually founded the All People's Party. He's been a presidential candidate from 2012, 2016, 2020. And 2024 when was an account. Now, I said, then some people say he doesn't give up. He has a non-giving up spirit. So be our call 2020, 2012. Was our call 2016, 2020, so when or Sanko 2024. I mean, 4 times trying, and he's still believing and hoping say he's going to win. He spent his childhood in Accra and Boko, and actually in a movie called Nigeria. Na ye President Ilali Man fi hono na oho ya school Ghana Secondary School ewa Tamale and okoto aso wa Nigeria college bi o hwa ye friend Bariwa College ewa Zaria ewa Nigeria ho enoko school ewa na but ni degree ni dear okoji degree London and she said on the school no intercontinental from Ghana to Nigeria to London, a school of accountancy pursuing accountancy degree we Ayariga later attended the Atlantic International University, an accredited university often described as a degree credential 100 degree from Reagan National University. And also a master in Yamana Ewo. If you were presidential primaries for PNC, Macadam so called 2012. When 2016 when 2020 so okoye and 2024 is I don't know who is here say opese ojina emma ni party no ati no APC or People's Congress Party na in ene ba be bonkomo omi presidential manifestos no de bia me fa na me be health me fa manifesto no straight to health. If you health and I'm call other sectors, but health is the most important for me because I actually talk much about health, and as health advocates, no, anyone. I'm not saying I'm voting for anybody with any presidential, but anytime anybody talk about health, Thomas Sumi, I have to go back and play. Didn't see? His manifesto on health. Watch a cramum. With the time ni edidi muka kramum, but I'm hoping say oba beduha na share enim say any doctor we afia kentin so be bon komo CEO of Natural Way Herbal Clinic kai say we are looking at the herbal treatments for digestive disorders and so yenene be bon komo ewo honomo enti enche yebera studio B na yakobon komo kakra yekase ya me hu say our presidential candidates era studio num enche yebera studio B presidential candidates for APC or People's Congress era studio num enche yebera studio B. And then Akobonkomo, I told you, I like his vim, I like his tenacity, and he's a never giving up person. He believes in not giving up. So Uncle Bia, 2012, 2016, 2020, Uncle Beka to 2024, crying there, Uncle Bium, but he still wants to go because you know what he wants for Ghana and he wants to pursue it. So we're going to talk about his manifesto on health and check. Yebera Studio B na yeneno akobon komo sesia.
Okay, FM 101.7.
This advert is FDA approved.
Jimmy Ragat,
aka Yesi, Antimesi, Mamin Control, Mr. Isia, Kabat one Kratano, Brentini, Semi, blah 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 blah. Na Mamin Control, Mimi say, a battle danuna, Basa Yensi.
Mr. Isi, na batwa danan swe.
Wa batwa mfitiasiano, wa dia batwa da kashi ni mutwe oma omudi jumani nyina. Na omudi esi bibia ma obiare hu se abatwa nkrata biara nnim. Wa nyaye biara omoto aba no. Akuntabua edinu wo ho. Na abatwa nkrata ekuonwa na sifo nyina sensan ase
sa pepepe
omotwere abatwo nkrata dodo a omode atodwa wo abatwo mfitiase ni nyina to ko omotwere abatwo nkrata dodo a wode ma ye nyina to ko omotwere abatwo nkrata dodo a wanfa ma ansa na owie abatwo ni nyina to ko na afi omotwere abatwo nkrata ase nyina nso to ko
me dase wo ho
se wo fa abatwo dodo a wanma wo abatwo na wie ye nyina na omode abatwo a wode ma abatofo ni nyina ka hu ne abatwo na ase nyina ese ɛsɛ sɛ ɛne abatoɔ dodoɔ a ɛwɔ abatoɔ no mfitiaseɛ no nyinaa yɛ pɛ afei sɛ ɔmo bie abatoɔ adaka no na ɔmo kan abatoɔ nkrataa no a ɛsɛ sɛ abatoɔ nkrataa dodoɔ a ɛwɔ adaka a ɛwɔ saa neayɛ a ɔmo to aba no mu nyinaa ne abatoɔ krataa dodoɔ a ɔmo de maa abatofoɔ no nyinaa yɛ pɛ
saa nɛte
ɛnam saa kwan so no electoral commission foɔ no ntumi mprinte abatoɔ krataa foforɔ biara na nokora mu no ɔmo ntumi mfa nhyɛ abatoɔ nnaka mu wɔ abatoɔ mmeaeɛ biara
siawa
yɛsi aka Jimmy Braga ɛwɔ sɛ wogye nhyehyɛeɛ no di ɛyi yɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a electoral commission foɔ ɛyɛ ama yɛato aba wɔ tenenee mu nokora mu na ɛmu nso ada hɔ
aha sisi a yɛnim nokora no yɛgye atorɔ sɛm ne ndi biom
abatoɔ bɛdwa ɛwɔ Ghana nkosuo ne akontabuo ɛredi dwuma
Okay, FM 101.7.
It was for Yera Studio B and no. Message 2020. 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024. He has the never giving up spirit and is ready to serve Ghana. The All People's Congress presidential candidate, Hassan Ayariga, live in the studio, OK 101.7 FM, born on September 4th, 1972, in Boko, in the Upper East region. The number 9 on the ballot paper. Number 9 on the ballot paper. Yeah, man. Mamira Studio B. Na yenwe man akwaba. Ewo studio. Your Excellency.
How are you?
I'm well. Yama akwaba.
That's a good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. Bibi abokodi.
Dabi.
Your Excellency, minimum say ewie de machon. Machon tare.
Yes. And that you there, yeah. See media, ne. Buka there.
We then hear buka. And at the end of the day, the message will go.
Yes.
But that's more important.
You be blended, no.
No wahala. We there for you.
I'm very grateful. I don't want problem with Asante Hene, so I beg you, let me blend my cheese. Before they say I'm destroying their language.
I know, right? Yes.
So yeah, no.
Yeah, no buka sa ne fanko.
Be a question in English. Then I try to blend the tree and then the English.
Okay.
I bet me buy ni.
I bet me buy ni la.
So that those who are listening all over the world
very necessary.
Will understand.
They will understand. Now, answer na ebe manifesto ni mo. And that may catch me production crew and no more no muti and say, I like something about you.
Okay.
You don't give up.
Not at all.
A
man never gives up.
Yes, because looking at the records from 2012.
Yeah.
2016.
Yes.
2020.
Yes.
2024. You still want to go?
Yes. You know, it's not about I still want to go. It has to do with the current situation of the Ghanaian economy and how the people are suffering and how the economy is hard and the hardship is real. On him say, I'm not in the haste to be president, but I'm in the haste to solve Ghana's crisis, the problems we are facing. If Ghana was okay under the leadership of these two major parties, I don't think some of us will be running for president. But you see, Ohua is like the two major parties have taken Ghanaians for granted. And Omufa Ghana ye business and have football match. On him say, Obo football. Two teams, by all means, team Bakoben winning.
Yeah.
All the time, two teams Bakoben winning. So Omubo 8 years, NDC 8 years, MPP. Now, even all things being equal, Obo match now 8 years. It is say Ghana now. Yes, we should see changes.
Yeah.
What here? It is here who say Ghana is moving forward. But nevertheless, with all the resources, with all the borrowing, both parties have borrowed so far, there's nothing to show. So when we say, as a businessman where I sit, as a family man where I sit, as a political leader where I sit, I cannot justify their borrowing against their expenditure. I cannot justify the whole of our resources what we've used the resources for. As a businessman, I think that if I am to assess Ghana in terms of business terms, Ghana has failed tremendously. And it is say those who are managing Ghana should be locked up. They can't be free. Because if I give you $100,000 to go and do business, and then at the end of the day, the $100,000 is gone, and you are owing over $500,000, and then there's no business, what am I supposed to do with you? Wow. So, Ghana de enkoye. But we've been believing in God, but then I don't think God is the problem here. I think we are the problem here.
God is not our problem.
No. God is not our problem. We've turned Ghana to two political parties, and the pastors and imams are endorsing the two parties. So God is not a problem here, because if you tell God, make this particular person president, and you pray to him, he will answer and make him president for you. If you bring another person and say, God, this is the man I want you to make him president, and you pray, God will make him president. But how do we pray? It is say, let's change the pattern of prayers and tell God, God, we have 13 political parties, independent and then political parties. That is 9 political parties, 4 independent candidates. We are presenting these 13 candidates to you, Almighty God. And we want you, as our Father,
to decide
for us one of them that will be the best that can manage this country for us.
So we are not praying well.
We are
praying, but we are not giving an effective
That
prayer.
is why we are suffering. That is why we are suffering. That is why we have the best pastors in the world. Yet they cannot make a good decision for us. Because the pastors themselves are using their podiums for political parties to go and campaign. And that is the problem. The pastors themselves have become partisan. They come and prophesy, we be your president, China will be your president. They don't prophesy for the smaller parties to become president. They prophesy for the 2 major parties because they know that one of them is going to be president in 2020 or in 2024. But this time, their prophecies will fall down, inshallah.
God will shame them.
Mashallah.
Because
the Ghanaian citizens are going to make a change this year. When I'm saying, Ghanaians, I've been going around campaigning. Me call everywhere. The problem is that they don't want to vote. Number 1. Number 2, they want you to give them money before they vote.
Because that's what they are used to.
That's what they are used to. So now I am saying, how did we get there? That now instead of us looking for parties and leaders with policies, we are not looking for that. We are looking for the one who will give us money for us to vote. So in a nutshell, we are voting for people with more money than more brains. We are voting for people with more money than more policies. We are voting for people with more money than more strategies and vision to build Ghana. So Yakohe. That is the problem. And those who have the brains do not have the power. They don't have the money. And those who have the money do not have the brains. So one will say, that is why Mekachel say the NDC and the MPP are businessmen. They put up their businesses, okay, and then to their monies, they put up their resources together to win election and then rip Ghana off. And I tell you, even the sponsors, the rich men in this country are part of it. When are there? No rich man, as I sit down here, nobody has ever given me a dime to run my campaign. I challenge any rich man in this country, including my friends, my business partners, my brothers who are rich. Nobody has ever given me one single cedi. Say, Ayaga, Jiwe, for your campaign. They are thinking of their interest.
Is it that you haven't asked them?
That's what I'm telling you. They are thinking of their interests. They are thinking of, it's either NDC is going to win or MPP. So they would rather take their money, Mokoma NDC, and now Mokoma MPP. But they are not looking at the future of this country. So they themselves are opportunists. And then that is why I say that this country, my first policy is the change of mindset. Until we change our mindset, no, and our attitude, no, and because those who are supposed to be helping us change the status quo and give us the best leaders in this country are the ones who are pushing for the worst leaders to come, because they have an interest in their businesses, they have interest in their stakeholder relationship and all that. And that is why you see President Nana is president and he cannot change ministers. A difficulty about changing ministers because they have sponsored him. That is why President Mahama will be president, and it will be difficult for him to reshuffle because people who have sponsored him have interest. But Hassan Erga becoming president, nobody has the authority to manipulate and then change my mindset. I will run this country the way I want to run it. And that is why you see, minute at time people ask, what we say? Nipa omo kasa say omo policies omo we omo ba ontimi yekwe. Because you have sold the country out before becoming president. What Ghana? No businessmen. So they are the leaders and they are the men behind you, controlling you. So what we say? Okita policies also be ABC oba ontimi. Nanipano Ghanaians are suffering and struggling. So 2024, as for me, the one thing I will ask Ghanaians is that listen to your mind, listen to your own conscience. Come out in your numbers. Don't vote NDC, don't vote MPP. No, they are not the future. They are the past. Let's build the future. The future is for the youth of this country. The future is great Ghana and not the Ghana we have now. When you say bibia akosro. But salaries of workers are the same. How many people even have salaries? And how many people are even paid salaries? Even government is owing.
I just heard the produce buying company.
Yeah,
1 year, 6 months, they've not been paid.
Yes. So as a government, you have institutions that cannot pay salary. You have to borrow to pay. Why do you keep such institutions? Who are those managing such institutions? Anyway, let's start our conversation. This was just, by the way.
That was just the intro.
That is the intro. So the intro cry.
Intro cry. So it was for having the studios, the presidential candidates. For actually 4 times presidential candidate.
3 times.
Is it 3? Yeah.
3
times presidential candidate for APC.
2 times for APC, 1 time for PNC.
1 time, yes. Okay,
but so this is my 3rd time.
3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just play this and we will continue our discussion. Vote for Ayariga, vote for APC. Sana enyumuno eka. And Opemuna Kasa Ewo Studio ha. Hassan Ayariga, the presidential candidate, 2024 APC All People's Party, order number 9. Guys, so we are looking at the manifesto, especially on health, because I had the yapomudin when we am pa and a year pe into hot and a baby dosto dostomo. Mr. Ayariga. Otamenka. Okay. Okay. Still live in the studios of OK 101.7 FM. Okay, and you remember what I said, kakra na yebo. What I say? Na de adi. Later, you have a sample biom, and you remember the simple and nice. Honorable.
Yes, Nadia, how are you?
I'm well.
Good.
Manifesto, no.
Yeah.
How did you come by it? What goes into it and what came out of it? I know you were a businessman.
Since
2012.
Mm-hmm. I have had interest in writing the manifesto of my party. So in 2012, myself, Alhaji Ramadan, who is now the ambassador to UAE, my aide, that is Honorable, he's now a lawyer, he's Adam Akani, David Nibi, who was my chairman, and some few people. We sat down and drafted the manifesto for the PNC. Day and night. It was all our work. We put the manifesto together. Most of it, 80% of it was my idea. 2016, PNC. I left PNC and joined and formed the APC. Mm-hmm. The manifesto was crafted by myself from the beginning to the end. 2020, same, and 2024. So the manifesto now about the APC, which is the best in the country and the best among the best in the world, is coming from me. Mm-hmm. Because when you say, you need to know what you want as a person, as a statesman, as a leader, as a father, in order to put it out there.
Okay, then. Okay. 101.
I have taken interest in Ghana since 2012 till date. And Mahu say, the challenges in Ghana is not about leadership alone. It also entails about the policies. But Uti Unim say, the two major parties, no, they make promises. Mm-hmm. They don't put policies. So for them, when they come to your community, they just look at the community and somebody will tell them that here we don't have water. Then they will say, I promise I'll bring you water. They go to your community, they say the women do not have diapers, pampers. They say, oh, we'll promise them, what do you call it? Pad,
yeah.
So for them, it's not about building the country. It's about the promises they make all over. And when they make those promises, so promises have failed us over the years. So for me, I look at the situation. How am I going to solve the crisis that we find ourselves in forever? Not promising. I don't believe in promises. I don't believe in promises at all. So I don't make promises. Because promises fail people. But the most important thing now is that Ghana has gone beyond promises. And that is why we say NDC in 2016, 2020, their promises up to now they can't fulfill. MPP in 2016, 2017, with the one election, up to now, they still have a lot from there. So many promises they've made and not achieved. What here? So the people will ask you these promises you made in order to win elections. But funny enough, Ghanaians do also like promises. When you say, you pay free things. So anything they say, we'll buy into it. But we don't need that. We need institutions. Dear. We need institutions, things that can stay for life. Things that when you implement them, nobody can change them because they are institutional policies. What here? They are policies that are supposed to guide us, direct us, take us through the system, build our country to become sustainable and independent, and become self-reliant. So all these while, our 2024 manifesto policies and 2020, that is where Baumia has taken digitalization, is under our e-governance. That's why John Mahama has taken adapted 24-hour economy. It's under our policy from 2016 and 2020. And for us, these policies are not just, they are not even the main policies for us in the APC. If you look at APC policy 2020 manifesto, page number 30, item 31, a 24-hour economy is there. So it is even under the policy number 30, not one.
Number 30.
Number 30 at account. If you Google APC manifesto, anybody listening should just Google.
Okay.
Page 31, item 30, account. The same. If you look at our 68, is there. E-governance. Under the leadership of, under the system of e-government, digitalization account. So these are policies that I've been talking about. 3 days ago, Max MX24 TV did a survey and did not show pictures of political parties leaders and only brought policies of political parties and then attached them to their parties. APC was number one with 38.6% Ghanaians voted for to be the next government. NDC came second, John Mahama came second with 24%. Baumia came third with 18.3%. I think Alan Chilmante came with fourth with 12%. And last but not the least, what is his name? Movement for New Force.
Yeah, the New Force.
They came number 8. They got 8%. So you see, this is what the youth of this country have been listening to. The policies now. So for me, running for president 2012, 2016, and then 2024 is an indication that the Ghanaians are listening to my policies and my bid to become president. They are understanding me gradually because they are getting tired of the two duopoly and they're beginning to vote based on policies rather than monetary values, rather than based on corruption and then value for money. So we are becoming, the Ghanaians are descending now. It will get to a time that the NDC and the MPP will not be relevant again in our Ghanaian politics. So, I am not running and being in a hurry to become president, but in a hurry to solve Ghana's problem. And I'm happy that I'm still young and in the race.
Yeah.
I became the youngest presidential candidate in our history, in our country to make history at age 40, and the first Muslim candidate at age 40. Me, number one. 2 records I hold that nobody can break. Record number 1, the youngest ever presidential candidate at 40. Number 2, the first Muslim presidential candidate in our history. Number 3 is that consistently I've been running with those who have become presidents.
Yeah.
And I'm the next one. That is, I ran with Artamils, may he so rest in peace. And then he passed on. And President John Mahama took over. President Mahama became president. I ran with him.
Yeah.
President Akufo-Addo became president after I ran with him. I am now the third person. The third force to become the president of the Republic of Ghana. So President Mahama should not be in a hurry. It is my turn.
It's your turn.
It is my turn. And the Ghanaian people know that this time around it is not about NDC or MPP. And me pay 8 years. Me pay 8 years.
Over how many years?
Me pay 1 term.
Oh, okay.
Because when you do 1 term, go over to me. When you do 2 terms, go over 10 terms, go over. Who be a president 10 times unto me, you want to me yet. Let us not lie. Obey to me yet. 10 back over who difference. But you see, I didn't President Mahama Baye. Yimbisa. President Mahama is coming back for presidency because Akufo-Addo and his government did not perform.
Okay.
That's the reason why President Mahama is coming back. If Akufo-Addo and his government had performed, your President Mahama dare not say that Obeba. What here? Because Obeba, Obeba say Akufo-Addo and Bawumia, they have performed better than him, so he will not be running to become president. Obeba, look at the dollar at 4 cities, 3 cities, 40 pesos. Everybody said that President Mahama must go, and President Mahama must go, and he left. Cecilia, dollar is 17 cities. Those who chanted President Mahama was incompetent, Cecilia, he's challenging them. What here? So are we going forward or are we going backwards? So today the dollar is 17 cities. President. Me, I don't have a problem with that. But the Ghanaian people must decide. I understand Vice President Bawumia said that he wasn't the man holding the steer. Now he wants to hold the steer. Ghanaians will make that decision. He's a fine gentleman, but whether he's a fine president, I don't know. It's time for Ghanaians to make that decision. So for me, I will not degenerate any president or any candidate. All I'm saying is that we have had the opportunity to see the two of them, and we need to make the right choice. Now we have Hassan Ayerga, who has been in the ticket for 3 times now. So my consistency and persistence to become our president is to encourage young people out there to know that Hassan Ayerga has the policies and the best interests of Ghana, and to understand that I am patient in building my country, Ghana. I am not in the race to make myself a rich man, or actually in this race I'm making myself a poor man. That's the fact of the matter. When I run for president, I lose a lot of money. I invest so much of my money into it. But this is to change Ghana. I would rather be poor and become president than to be rich and Ghana is suffering.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
Yes. Because every day I feel for the people of Ghana that with all the resources, all the wealth we have, we are so poor that you walk down the street of every part of this country and we have beggars all over. Begging. You walk around the street all over and people cannot have 3 square meals. That your phone rings. And it's not about somebody asking you for 80, somebody asking for 20 Ghana.
Yeah.
20 Ghana. And you are shocked. So how did we get here? That there was all these resources. Yet we are so poor in our mindset and leadership. So my dear, I will run and run until Ghanaians understand the policy and then vote for me. And then after becoming president for 1 term, Ghanaians will now understand that, whoa, this man was right.
That's what he promised.
That's why he delivered something that nobody has ever done.
Yeah. Me show manifesto me who headline. I was so amazed. He said that's a national manifesto.
Yeah.
Unlike any other ones, you actually named it the nation's manifesto. And the theme was transforming Ghana and restoring hope.
Yeah.
A true businessman talking.
Yeah, that is the man who...
A true reflection of you.
Yes, that's
on documents.
Yes, that is the man who wants to build this country. Look, our challenges are not NDC and MPP. Our problems are poverty. Our biggest problem is the crisis we people face. We should be worried about comparing our country to other countries and how their citizens live. The welfare of the Ghanaian people should be our problem, should be our priority, not the who wins elections. Because I see the white laugh at us foreigners laugh at us because they see Ghana with a lot of potential, a lot of resources, a lot of minerals, and we have given it to them free of charge. Hey, your mama be beer, na tenase, na your laborers, na your beggars. Why would that?
So are you trying to say you agree with what the now president of the U.S. Trump once said? Ghana is a shithole.
Yeah, when he said that, I disagree with him, and then in my heart I agree with him. In my heart I agree with him because, to be very honest, it is not a shithole, but we've made it a shithole. But I disagree with him that he disgraced Ghana. And I will not allow anybody to speak ill of Ghana in this manner, even though our people are so ignorant and selfish. But I don't think that I will allow anybody to speak. So I even, at that time, sorry to say that, I called President Akufo-Addo and asked him to withdraw his ambassador. And all other African presidents to withdraw their ambassadors from the U.S. until he apologized and come back and say, you can't call African countries shitholes. What do you mean by we are shitholes? When you become a beggar, they call you nothing. You have no value.
Yeah.
And he was right, because we go to them to beg for money. We beg for the things that we have. Meanwhile, they come here and take everything of ours out there and we watch. Look, our mining sector is mostly in the hands of the foreigners, 90%. Our oil, 99% in the hands of foreigners. Bauxite, hands of foreigners. Manganese, hands of foreigners. Lithium, hands of foreigners. Mention any resource. Even banking sector, it's in the hands of foreigners. Even housing. Today, houses have been taken over by foreigners. Nigerians have taken over our lands and housing. Chinese have taken our farmlands. So we are nothing before the world. And that is why I am bringing in different kinds of policies to change the status quo. The policy number one is the mindset change. What I'm saying, before we can change this country, we need to change our mindset. The attitude, our attitudinal change, behavior. Because we have an attitude that, one, when you go to work, you don't value the work. You don't think it's for your father. So you go to work anytime you want. You close anytime you want. So Ghanaians go to work for 8 hours. Okay, they use 1 hour to travel to work site, 1 hour to go back, 1 hour to play games, 1 hour to gossip, another hour to play betting, and then 2 hours productive.
And now
hours.
Social media has also taken over.
Media. So you don't see any productive hours in our country. So we are not producing. We don't do anything. So our mindset must change. We need to have leaders that are transparent.
Sorry about that.
Sincere, honest. Okay? We need to know our roles as leaders, our role as citizens, our responsibility as citizens. So your mindset must change. Even common accident, when it happens, what do? We take our cameras, we take our phones, and we want to take the scene. What is those who are dying instead of those who need help? We don't care about helping them. Everybody wants to push those who are dying. Since when did we become this kind of people? So until we change our mindset to become these patriotic citizens who are willing to build this country and believing in that there is no country except Ghana, and as citizens, which is our responsibility to build this country, not to run away of this country. Nurses are living, doctors are living, engineers are living, professors are living. Everybody is living when the hardship is real and difficult. Who is going to change the hardship for you to come and live? It is our responsibility. So President Hassan Erga will be very transparent, sincere, honest, patriotic president, the one who will have time to engage his citizens every 3 months, tell them what we have as a country, where we are as a country, our problems, our challenges, where we are going, and let them come along. Because when you want to change people, you need to involve them in the process of it. Involve everybody. Let everybody know that, look, Ghana is the only country we must all protect. And we must all work and change our mindset and our attitude towards everything in building this Ghana. And decision making is key.
We all must get involved.
And we all must get involved. In that, when we begin to have that kind of mindset, then things will begin to change. Because we have economic freedom and political freedom, but we don't have the freedom of the mindset. We have to build the human mindset. Ghana, that is what we need now. We have lost hope in everything. Ghanaians have lost hope in leadership of the NDC and the NPP. They don't believe in politics anymore. They don't believe in leadership anymore. So this mindset is that problem that we are facing. And that is why I say that today, if we do not change the mindset, even if Jesus come back as another prophet, the churches, he won't be able to manage them anymore. And I say it again, that if Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam come back, he won't be able to manage the mosques, because we have a different mindset. And the last of it is that even if Nkrumah should come back, he can't win any election in Ghana because of the kind of mindset we have. We Ghanaians, we are good loving people. We have changed our attitude. We have changed. So I first of all want us to begin to think differently, act differently, behave differently, contribute differently, work towards building this country that is the only country that is ours.
So indirectly, we are going to work on the psychology of people.
Thank you. That is the most important thing. Because when you don't work on that mindset, I'm telling you, do everything in this world, it will work for Ghanaians. Because they are not ready. They are not going to help you. But let me tell you something. If they have that kind of mindset I'm talking about, look, and then I come out as president and say, this weekend, as president, let's all go out and clean our gutters. Saturday, we're dedicating to cleaning of gutters in the street. Because you as president, you are showing the way and you are changing their mindset. Everybody will come out and clean the gutters.
Exactly.
And government will save so much money under sanitation, but people will be contributing to build the country than wasting the money. Right? So this is the kind of mindset I'm talking about. The mindset of people knowing how to litter, not to throw bottles. Ghanaians will begin to know that don't throw bottles anyhow. Don't litter, don't throw pure water things anyhow. We are changing the mindset of the people, and by changing the mindset of the people, it contributes to more development than spending.
It's amazing, because when you go back into the US, as soon as you sit in the car, you tighten your seatbelt.
Exactly. Here we don't.
In Ghana, we don't do that.
Even the minister himself sits there and feel like he's the boss of the car, so he doesn't want to put his seatbelt.
But because they've built their mindsets there, they will do it.
Thank you.
So I believe in that mindset policy.
It's the number one policy. Without change of mindset, I tell you, do everything in this country, you fail. And you as a leader must show leadership. You must engage the people. You must be able to dialogue with everybody, community dialogue, national dialogue, rural dialogue. Everybody must begin to know the kind of president they have, the kind of leaders they have. Not the leadership of the NDC and people take people for granted. No, that leadership must be banned for life. Okay. Then the second one, Ghana and Ghanaians first. When you say, in this country, Ghanaians don't come first in anything that we do. We value more foreigners than our own citizens. That jobs, opportunities are given to foreigners than even Ghanaians. Look, our mining sector, like I said earlier, is in the hands of foreigners. Why will you have a country that is owned by your citizens, and your citizens cannot manage the resources of the country? When Nkrumah said we are capable of managing our resources, we are not capable because the resources are not in our hands. This is only the presidency that is in the house, and even the presidency is being manipulated by the same people who are owning the resources, because they determine who become president. They give the money. They are so corrupt that they sponsor both parties to become president, and the president goes at night to them and bow before them and take resources to go and become president. So I am going to change that our oil sector must go back to Ghanaians. The mining sector must be solely mined by Ghana government, the state. Oil, Ghana government. Nobody is going to mine. Nobody is going to drill. Banking sector, we must begin to understand that this country, I am not a Nazi, but this country is for Ghanaians first. This is the country that belongs to Ghanaians. When the country becomes hard, when tomorrow there is war, everybody will run and leave us. The foreign embassies will close down and run away. The businessmen will take their businesses and run away. They say, it is your problem. It is a Ghanaian problem. Solve it. Americans will not even allow you to enter into their country. They'll say, stay there. You people cause the mess. You understand? So let's begin to prioritize the Ghanaian businessmen, give opportunity to our enrich, make young Ghanaians very rich, very wealthy, so that they can manage this country, hold this country for you. You cannot be giving all your mineral resources, your natural resources to foreigners, and then you sit down and be begging. How can you give your minerals 90% to a foreigner, and then you hold 10%, and you say you want revenue? How do you get revenue? What kind of revenue are you getting? We go around borrowing. Meanwhile, the resources that is being repatriated from this country, the dollars, the money that is repatriated from here to foreign countries is more than what we go out and borrow. Why will you do that? You give taxes, tax holidays to foreign companies, and then your local companies are dying. And you say that, oh, it is some form of PPP, it's some form of encouraging what you call foreign partnership. Who told you you want foreign partnership? Encourage, build your own local partners. Build your own men and women here. And then when they are rich, they can buy the world. Look at the dollar today. 17 to 1 CD. You are making Ghanaian businessmen poorer. Every single day, the Ghanaian businessman is becoming poorer against his foreign counterpart. Just being born in Ghana, you owe over 100,000 Ghana cedis as an individual. Why? Because we have huge debt stock. We borrowed and borrowed and borrowed, and we cannot pay. Now we do haircut. People have lost their investment. Old men are dying. People, because of their investment, their profit, they've gone. People are just dying by heart. How is managing this country, for God's sake? What here? So for me, these are the policies I'm bringing on board. Ghana and Ghanaian first. That's the second policy. So everything must go back to the citizens. Our oil. Now, if you're not a Ghanaian,
we have to enjoy
what if it's ours?
Yes, we have to enjoy it before someone else.
No, this is ours. It's your father's property. It's your father. You can't give your father's property to somebody.
I think we are used to keeping the best for foreigners, and that is what is affecting
us. And I'm
us.
going to. I have lived in so many foreign countries. I've studied in so many foreign countries, and I don't see any foreign country behaving the way Africans are behaving.
It's true.
And that's how come they don't respect us.
It's our mentality. That's
what I'm saying. A change of the mindset.
You know, even in our various home, when your mama they buy the plates, they keep the new plate, the nice one
for a visitor.
For visitors.
Your father himself will die and not get to eat in that plate.
So that same mindset, taking it into our political.
Yes. The best bed sheet is kept down for a visitor to come.
Meanwhile,
your husband
the children are sleeping
can you imagine on
mats,
torn mats, no mattress.
We have to change the mindset.
Oh my dear, the change of mindset is very, very vital in my policies, and I'm not going to joke with it. When I become president, the first 1-2 months, Ghanaians will begin to love policies and love Hassan and love politics. Politics is something that is supposed to change the lives of people and not to destroy the lives of people. In our governance system in Ghana, we've turned the thing upside down. We're using it to desert each other. We're using it to abandon one another. We're using it to abuse power. We're using it to destroy each other, and then we call it politics. What here? So policy number 3. What I'm saying, as a country, you need to, as president, you need to know your children. How they live, what they do, where they eat, where they sleep, how they study, their health care, their lifestyle, and everything. If you're a father and you don't know your children, then you are not a father. So President Hassan Yerga is going to implement policy number 3, a national database and systems. National database and systems. What is a national database? A national database is not Ghana card. Let me start before some of the listeners will get confused. Ghana card is just a particular data collection of producing a card. Okay. Now, data system is a unique infrastructure data collection center where I take you for instance. This is how we're going to collect your data, and that's it's going to be the same for every citizen. So first of all, if you don't have a phone number, if you have a phone, we take your phone number. If you don't have, we'll take your biometrics, your date of birth, your facial recognition, your fingerprints, your what do you call it? Your house, that's where you live, your home address. If you don't have a home address, we'll find your home address where you live. We'll take your properties, where you come from, whether you have a house. We'll take the information of that house and register it under your name. You have a land, we'll take the information. You have a bicycle, we'll take it. We have a motorbike, we'll take the number plate of the motorbike. So no car or motorbike is going to be in Ghana without a number plate. We'll take it, including the VIN number. That is the chassis number. So all your cars registered under you will be taken. Then your bank account. We have to know your bank account, your bank details. We put an insurance for you to know your insurance. Then to know your salary, where you work, how much you earn, whether you work or you don't. We know your family, you are married or not, your children, how many children you have, your father is still alive. Every information of you is captured. Now, I know everybody in Ghana. So, right from the last child born this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, to the last old man standing, I have information of everybody. Even when you die today, we have an archive for you. We have your data that we put there. Your information is captured. Now, when you have this information, it helps in decision making. That's number one. It helps in economic development. That is number two. It helps in planning. That is number four. It helps in diversifying, growing this economy, and knowing everybody in proper perspective. Now, as president, I know the number of students I have. I know the number of nurses I have. I know the number of doctors I have. I know the number of engineers I have. I know the number of radio presenters. Everybody is captured under my data. So you cannot be a missing person in Ghana. No way. You cannot be a foreigner in Ghana that I don't know you. No way. Where you live, I know. What you do, I know. Whether you earn salary or you don't have work, I know. Whether you sleep in the house or you are homeless, I have every information of every Ghanaian. Mm-hmm. This helped me to bring my policy number 4, a national development plan, which is transforming Ghana. Before you can plan, you need to have a data. If you don't have data, you cannot plan. And we cannot keep shouting, economic, national, national development plan, 20 years development plan, 30 years development plan. Who is going to be here for the next 30 years? You want to be president now, and you are planning, you are looking at the 50 years national development plan. When you should be planning now, when you should have a data to plan and start working now. In the next 30, 50 years, we might not need this house, this kind of homes. We might be probably living in different kinds of homes.
We'll be living up there.
Up there in the sky.
In the skies.
So what are you planning that one for?
Yeah.
Now, you need the data to start the planning today as president, not 50 years. So I need quick planning. I need to begin to produce and manufacture and industrialize. I need to know the kind of students I am training to become to fit into the system. I need to know the kind of policemen that I need in the system, and the military men in the system. Students, that those who are doing arts or humanities or science, I need to know them now to start training them now for next year.
Okay.
So that nobody becomes a burden under my leadership in the next 1 year.
Because you have the data,
I
you know the number of people.
I know everyone. So I now know how many, the ratio of a patient, a doctor to a patient, the number of military man to the Ghanaians. Yeah. I know every ratio, so I now begin to plan. Okay, next year we need 500 military men. We need 1,000 nurses to fit into the system. So whoever we are training, you are training to fit into the society. You don't come out and be looking for a job. So under my leadership, nobody will be a burden to another person. So those in schools, by level 300, you know where you are going. You already have a slot of what kind of job you are going to do.
Exactly.
You are not coming out to become a burden to me, or to the society, or to your father, or to your mate. I am your father. I, President Ayerga, I am your father. I am your everything. So I must train you to fit into my society, my country, my land, our country. You understand? So everybody has a purpose in this country. Nobody is a burden. You can't walk on the street for doing nothing. You can't. Not in Ghana. You must be productive. You must have something to do. Right here. Then moving forward. After the National Development Plan, the next thing is to turn lockdown Ghana. Economic lockdown. When you say, once you have this plan, you now want to build this country. So, I am going to propose what is called economic lockdown. Economic lockdown is like what happened in COVID, that we locked down in 2019, 2020 because of the COVID pandemic. And when we locked down, there were so many things we could not see.
Yeah.
We face a lot of challenges that instead of government learning from it, government uses as excuse to run away from their incompetence and their lack of leadership. I learned a lot under the economic lockdown. What I learned was, number one, was that food security we did not have. That we could not feed 2 states, that is Greater Accra and Ashanti region, for 3 weeks. There was no food enough, but there was nothing to feed them. So government had to lift the lockdown. So I believe that locking down Ghana economically is to make Ghana become self-reliant, self-sufficient in every aspect. Why? Because we import over $1.2 billion of rice every year. We import over $800 million of cooking oil every year. Meanwhile, we can farm rice in the 3 northern regions and other part of Volta and every part. Meanwhile, we don't do that, but we're importing.
Yeah.
So we're an import-dependent nation that we depend on every nation for smaller things. Rice, cooking oil, fish, chicken, frozen items. What kind of country are we? There are all these small things that we can produce. We do not. We say no job. We are importing and we are depending on other nations, and our city is depreciating and our youth do not have future, and we are suffering and suffering. Who is running this country, for God's sake? So I am going to lock down, turn Ghana into a production. So we begin to produce. We'll produce oil in Ghana here, cooking oil, using granules, shea butter, coconut, palm oil, soybean, and the rest to produce oil. So we are not going to import anymore. So the purpose of the economic lockdown is to turn Ghana into an independent nation that is going to produce, manufacture, and industrialize in this country. So fertilizer, we begin to produce our own fertilizer. We begin to produce our own food. We change our consumption pattern to make sure that our produce are becoming very important in this country and can export for the rest of the world to consume. So by turning Ghana into a production, manufacturing, and industrial hub, that is policy number 6, 7, and 8, the economic lockdown is going to turn Ghana into an independent nation, economically independent. For 1 year, we're going to import raw material that we need, lock down Ghana, and by the time we come out of the lockdown, everybody knows that Ghana is the best in terms of everything. So we now add value to our cocoa, add value to our gold, add value to our crude oil. We are not exporting anything. We are producing, we are not importing anything. We are producing everything here in this country.
And we can do it.
And we can do it. The mindset this year. We must think like entrepreneurs. We must think like businessmen. We must think like citizens who want to build our country. We must behave like proper citizens, dedicated citizens, patriotic citizens. What is wrong with us? So after turning Ghana into a production manufacturing hub, now the policy of the APC, which the NDC adapted and do not understand, is now a 24-hour economy. Because when you lock down, you cannot sleep more than you work. You have to work more than you sleep. And in working more than you sleep, your country must be running 24 hours round the clock to achieve the purpose of the economic lockdown and to achieve the country to become a manufacturing, production, and industrial hub. So 8 hours in the morning for production companies, 8 hours in the afternoon for manufacturing companies, 8 hours in the evening for industry. So you are working now 24 hours around the clock. Ghanaians are now going to be busy day and night, thereby running what is called the 3-shift system, 24 hours around the clock non-stop. And in doing that, currently, our labor force is less than 40%. And if we want to achieve the economic lockdown, and turning Ghana into a production manufacturing hub and achieving the purpose of the 24-hour economy, we have to import labor. So we'll be importing labor from other countries like Togo, Burkina Faso, and other people to come and support us to be able to run the 3-shift system. Because in running the 3-shift system, we will need Ghanaians to work 2 times a day rather than working 8 hours a day. So Ghanaians now must be working 16 hours instead of working 8 hours. So you either work 1 shift in the morning, work 1 shift in the whatever, choose one. So we need Ghanaian citizens to become vibrant day and night, and the city to become busy 24 hours round the clock, thereby to achieve the economic productivity that we need to increase productivity, to increase production, to increase yield, to be able to produce at a lower cost. Now, when you implement the 24-hour economy, you must look at one thing: welfare of citizens, because they are now going to be working 24 hours round the clock. And citizens must benefit and change their welfare. You cannot bring in more people from foreign countries and give them a very low income. So I am going to change the Labor Act 2003, Act 651, to make Ghana to increase the daily minimum wage. Currently, our daily minimum wage is 18 cedis, 99 pesos a day. Nobody can survive with 18 cedis, 99 pesos.
Not at all.
What it means is that salaries of Ghanaian citizens ranges between 600 Ghana, 800 Ghana, 700 Ghana, 1,000 Ghana. And that is the minimum salary wage. Who can survive today with 600 Ghana? Who? But we are paying people 600 Ghana. Let's be sincere. We are paying people 800 Ghana. That is abuse. You take your car to the filling station, you want to fill it, you pay 3,000, you pay 2,000. What here? You buy food, and today even kenke, I'm told it's 5 cedis.
Kenke is 5 cedis.
Water, pure water, is 3 cedis. Bottled water is 5 cedis. Egg, common egg, is 3 cedis, 50 per square.
Yeah.
How can you then survive with 20 cedis? So, I am going to increase the daily minimum wage from between 150 Ghana cedis to 300 Ghana cedis a day. So Ghanaian workers will now be taking minimum daily salary from 150 to 300. Then I'm now going to purge the monthly salary. Minimum salary of a Ghanaian worker must be purged at 5,000 Ghana cedis. It doesn't matter who. Laborer, watchman, cleaner, house girl, house boy, everybody. The minimum salary wage must start from 5,000. Now look at the most important thing now. When you say, would you salary? I'm using you as an example.
Yeah.
Madam, would you salary? 1 week salary nasa.
You even budget before the salary comes. Would you are not your teacher nasa?
What do you say?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you salary? 1 week with doyamiya, you have to go and borrow. And then your children will not get enough to survive. You have to pay your last month debt. Now, this is the reason why Ghanaians are corrupt. This is the reason why Ghanaians are magicians. This is the reason why Ghanaians are suffering. The salary is peanut, and the number of days you have to wait for the salary is long. So I am introducing something called bi-weekly salary structure. What is a bi-weekly salary structure? What it means that Mayor President we are, from the day the Mayor President no, every Ghanaian citizen be due salary every 2 weeks. Bam. Agweda.
American lifestyle.
2 weeks. Unji salary 1 month. Because a dosu unji salary no. Utinasi 1 week ni sikana sa. Ubetinasi sa for another 3 weeks before salary paper. So every day instead of working on watch check date every time watch check a date and no day. So the day Ghanaian didn't in date. We know the date because of salary no. A dosu a what did you do? So maybe changing it every 2 weeks. Ghanaians be due because my age from age 16. Let me go Germany.
Okay.
Me raise 6 form. Let me go Germany school. Me go driving at pizza restaurant. Let me go school at the same time me driving. After 3 years, me pizza driving no. My top pizza company no. must save enough to buy the pizza company.
Wow.
So after 18, 19 years, me kita my own restaurants. Me na me yami juma, and yen nipa na yama me na me yami juma. Me bo juma sa 24 hours non-stop. Me juma 22 hours a day. Me that 2 hours. Me pay from the restaurant. Na me kita different company. Me koya juma, me pay, me wo juma. So me, I know the purpose of hard work. I know the importance of hard work. By the time we do 21 years, me kita rest more than 10. So and yet to say, me tina sina sikana badabi, me ye jumana hard. So me say, if you are hard working,
it will pay off.
It pays off. But we need that environment. That enabling environment, create Ghanaian young boys, so that they will be hard working, so that it will pay off. So you need to pay their salary well. What here? Pay the salary well, pay on time, so that omuji sika omubetimi ya adia no mo pay. So
mama unu munsio jiwa ho memeba. No munsio what is life no munsio. Obusia for we still live on OK 101.7 FM and ne yeni Hassan Ayariga, the presidential candidate for All People's Congress APC and Airborne Komo ye share omo manifesto no de wo mu de be ye film de okeka bo mu nyina edema na kai say we are on Mohoya show, so just a little deep into that of health by a mum I was say share nyina de ewo manifesto ni man sana ye remu afa health no. Now you can, if you want to call us, why not? If you have any questions for him, why not? I'll activate the phone lines for just 5 minutes. If you have anything to ask him, if you want anything, if you want to ask him any question or anything, 0302243547 0302243547 or 0302243529. I will take some few phone calls and let him continue with the manifesto.
So let me continue before the phone calls come.
Okay, please.
So unim say me were Germany no. Me kita restaurants now. Me we na me was spare parts company.
Okay.
Na me kita unim achimota ha we under the bridge no.
Yeah.
No. Na me warehouse. Achimota overhead
yeah.
Me na me be before castle be castle no.
Old station and
yeah. Just where the cars they are selling the cars now.
Okay.
That was my place.
Oh.
I used to offload 10 containers at a go, 20 containers at a go.
Wow.
Me pay Germany bar. Me be talk on me na me faba ties, bicycle, radios, televisions, fridges. Bibia ma ye. Jumana ma ye ni dada. So it is see somebody will sit there and think that Hassan Ayariga just became rich. That be. If you go to the port, some of us we started bringing spare parts in this country.
Okay.
All the spare parts dealers, you know me. I used to bring so many times. I will go to Germany, maybe talk cars at 50. Now maybe track cars no. Now me spare parts. Now me from Braha. So meaning the difficulties people are facing in this country. What here? So now me import and export.
In short, you've been there.
I've been there.
So you know it.
I know it.
And you know how they feel.
And that is how
and you are an entrepreneur too, and you know what they can do to relieve themselves.
Thank you. I know how to run this country to change the status quo, and people will live better and have a better life.
Ghana wants you for that good. One term you want us.
So after Yanko.
Yeah, Yanko.
So daily minimum wage will change salary wage. Then the most important factor say, when you say Ghana are there any cost of goods and services in the country is expensive na way? Light. We are paying so much than we are consuming. ECG meters no. And yet ECG meters emboye dada. So me buy here at the end flat rate. No more meters. Me be 2 meters na fee. Because meters no emboye. People are paying more, some people are not paying, and then it's making those who are not paying put huge tariffs on those who are paying. But because of the national data system, so that every property of everybody is captured now, I will know everybody's home and everybody's property. So you pay flat rate. Flat rate means that every household be pay flat rate, maybe 100 cities or 50 cities and what here?
Yeah.
So because you are paying 50 or 100 cities, you will be able to pay What here? And everybody is paying. And when everybody is paying, no, ECG be generating enough profit, enough money, and small tariffs, and we don't have a problem.
The flat rate.
The flat rate, though. Yeah, we have more than 20 million homes in Ghana. ECG currently, their projected income is about $100 million a month. $100 million. And they are getting their revenues about $41 million. And they are running deficit of about 50 plus $60 million. Now, you have a flat rate of 20 million homes. Let's say 200 Ghana for each household. It doesn't matter how big or small your household. 200 Ghana. We'll be getting 200 Ghana multiplied by 20. We'll be getting 1.4 trillion Ghana cedis. If you divide it by 16, you'll be getting $266 million on just flat rate on normal homes. Now, offices are home, kiosks are more home, containers are more home, barbering salons are more home, your friend is saying hairdressers are more home. If these people are paying even 50 Ghana, and we have over 10 million of them, that is another 500 billion Ghana cedis.
It's true.
So now you get a story buildings that let's say factories, companies. By the time you are the flat rate, ECG will be generating over 1 billion Ghana cedis dollars every month. But everybody is paying, but very minute. Now then, yes, now we see, you pay 1,000 Ghana cedis and your salary is 800. So see, all the companies are producing at a very high cost, and because of that, every goods and services in the market are costly. So maybe a flat rate ma insume, the flat rate ma ECG. Then moving forward, before we can turn Ghana into a production and manufacturing hub, we must look at the taxes. When say Ghana ha, the most expensive item in Ghana, in the world, is in Ghana. What do you say?
It's in Ghana.
The most expensive thing in the world is in Ghana. What do you say? What do you say? This is everything, anything in Ghana is the most expensive in the world. Anything, when you are there, duties neutral in Ghana, no, is the highest in the world. So duty no employer cry. So duties no jar. Everything in Ghana is the most expensive. Ukoto phone US now phone $500 over Ghana. That phone over $1,500. Ukoto bicycle $50 Ghana $50 over Ghana ha over $200. Ukoto Mercedes Benz brand new $60,000 over Ghana ha $120,000. Ukoto Lamborghini in the US $250,000 over Ghana ha over $350,000. Ukoto Rolls Royce $500,000 ha Udu Ghana ha over by the time over over $700,000. So even the factory price no, it is times 3 in Ghana. So who is making all this profit?
Because of the taxes.
Because of taxes. Me car back last 2 months. Car no me turn $10,000. Me be charge duty $40,000. Tie, my talk kind of $10,000. Me could charge duty $40,000. Ade. So me a president we are. No more tax, no more duty. Me be free duty from. No Ghanaian will pay duty for car, for container, for goods, for bicycles, for trucks or anything, even raw materials ultra duty. Overture 5 taxes per taxes overture, and that taxes cannot amount to duty, because duty now is more than half of the duty you pay, half of the taxes you pay to clear the duty. What here? So me bar a be duty free no a be jai say production companies, the manufacturing companies no, the industry no me pay me no, we be producing at a very low cost, because raw materials and all the things that we are going to import to produce is going to be duty free. So once it's duty free and there's no duty on anything, the prices of everything will come down. So prices of cars in Ghana will come down, prices of trucks will come down, prices of everything that we are importing in Ghana a better form. Because due to my due to no jai, everything in Ghana does.
But then how will Ghana make money?
Thank you. Ghana is not making money currently because of the duty is too much. Nothing is coming in. So how are you making money? But when you remove the duty, goods will now come in, raw materials will now come in, and the production company will now begin to produce at a lower cost, and you'll be taxing them and getting money every day. So you are going to lose a certain amount, a minute amount from the duty. By losing that one, now, you increase productivity, you increase manufacturing, you increase industrialization, you increase everything in Ghana by cutting off the duty. And then you make more money there than the duty. Right now, ports now are empty. Togo is duty free. So Ghanaians now are taking their things to Togo. They are clearing their cars. So even cars now don't even come to Ghana anymore because it's too much, the duty. So the ports are empty. The ports are not making money anymore. So sometimes you need to begin to be prudent in your economic management strategy. No. If you put too much duty, say one who say rice. Okoto rice every day price no cost through. Ubeto oil price no cost through. Ubeto bibia price no cost through. So Ghana, everything is too expensive and we are struggling. So may you do to know we are. Then I will implement another policy, price control and guarantee system. Because me now duty free, it is so only say you cannot determine the price of goods and services in the market by increasing the price anyhow and enjoying the benefits, and the Ghanaian people are suffering. So you and I, as producers, manufacturers, importers, we are going to sit down and negotiate the prices that you are going to sell. So I'm going to control the prices in the market and put guaranteed prices on them. You cannot increase the prices the way you want anymore. The prices will be determined by government and you, so that we are able to cushion the prices of goods and services in the market. Because I can't give you free duty and then you take advantage, free flat rate of ECG, flat rate of water and all that, and then you want to use I mean, you can't play me. That be
and the Uko baby prices near the
it's
same.
I'm sure. So these are the policies only. Policies na etisi you know baku sa na nkosa. Then I'm going to in order to become Ghana to become Ghanaians to have big rich men and big rich people in this country, you need to have a fund. It is so you're opening banks to help entrepreneurs. So starters, I'm going to create a fund for starters and entrepreneurs and businessmen to be able to access wealth, sikano, so that we can create many businessmen in this country. And all government contracts are going to be given to local content.
Ghana form.
Then we come to the dollar. How am I going to handle the dollar? First of all, I am going to regulate all forex bureaus in this country. That's number one. Number two, I am going to ban forex accounts in every bank. So nobody will have dollar accounts.
Foreign accounts.
Dabi, kita dollar accounts, euro accounts, and now pounds accounts in the bank. No bank will operate any forex account. So I'm going to ban that one. Number two.
Businessmen,
oh, that's silly idea. Silly idea. Oh, business now, business every day. Silly no and wow. Over there. You should be the same level with your counterparts abroad.
Okay.
So that you are not losing every day and they are increasing. So I'm going to first of all ban that. Number two, I'm going to ban the award of contracts in foreign currency. So nobody will award, government will not award contracts in foreign currency. Number three, I'm going to ban sales and purchase of properties in foreign currencies. So nobody will quote his house in dollar or pounds or euro. Nobody will sell property in dollar, pounds or euro. You are selling your property in Ghana cedis. I am going to ban school fees paid in dollars. No school in this country will ever, under my leadership, quote school fees in dollars.
And the hotels.
Hotels in dollars, or any other institution quoting dollar in anything. So I'm practically going to ban dollar transactions. Visa fees, won't charge visa fees equivalent in dollar. Put it in the Ghanaian city. And nobody will buy dollar anywhere and repatriate it. All the companies that are in Ghana are supposed to be Ghanaian-owned companies. Then we will now begin to value our city. And our city will appreciate. And nobody will take the city for granted. Because when we turn our country into a production, manufacturing, and industrial revolution, what it means is that we are producing to export, to consume, and have food security. So we are also now going to export our produce and bring in foreign exchange in the terms of through the banks. No more anybody bringing CD.
Bringing
no.
dollar or
no.
pounds or CFA or what have you.
Then properties. I am going to introduce 3 passports.
3 passports?
Yes. 3 passports. 3 passports. The 3 passport means that the first passport is the green passport.
Okay.
That passport means your father and your mother Ghanaian and you born Ghanaian. This first passport is the unique first class citizen of Ghanaian. Ube first class citizen, it is ukita passport way. Ukita passport way. Ube temi ye bibia Ghana way. 1, you can run to become president of the Republic of Ghana. Unkita first passport, untemi you can be president. 2, you can never be a minister or an MP if you don't hold that passport. You can never be an assemblyman or unit committee member. If you don't hold that passport, you cannot own property.
The green passport.
Yes, you cannot buy property, own property in Ghana. You cannot buy a house. You cannot buy land in Ghana. So,
Ombeka say ECOWAS trade though. Because the friendliness, we are blocking friendliness between Ghana and other countries.
I'm blocking what?
Yeah, because we are friends with other neighboring countries, we always give them that leverage.
You can be friends with me. You have the second or third passport, but you don't get the first one.
Okay.
Because the first one is our sovereignty. You should ask me why I'm doing this. Why I'm doing this, when you say, 1, we are losing everything to the foreigners.
But people don't have the money to afford.
We don't have the money. We wait. Anybody who wants to buy the property can buy it in your name.
Okay.
So if an investor, a German investor walk into Ghana and want to run hotels, he can lease the hotels. If he wants to buy, he should buy it in the partner who is a Ghanaian partner in his name, okay? And then they run the hotel together.
Okay.
What I am doing, you will not understand. In the next 10 years, 10 to 20 years, we are going to lose Ghana to foreigners. We are going to mark away. We are going to lose our properties to the foreigners. You're going to lose everything to the foreigners, including the presidency, slowly. Because anybody who can has a Ghanaian passport, the law says when you are 40 and above, and you are sane, you can contest for president of the republic. So if a Chinese man who has naturalized and is a Ghanaian by passport, like the way President Akufo-Addo has just given over 500 citizenship to the foreigners.
The foreigners, yeah.
Any of them can begin to contest to become president of the Republic of Ghana. And when they contest, they have taken over the country now. Now they've taken over our lands. They've taken over our country. They've taken over our farmlands. They've taken over our properties. They've taken everything. Because we are poor. In the next 10 years, we are going to be slaves. 21st century slaves in Ghana. Because everything is now going to be owned by foreigners. As you know, take Spinter's Road and see.
Yeah.
All the companies, the factories, the big companies, the malls, everything is owned by foreigners. Go to Laboni, go to East Legon, go to Rich, go to cantonments. All the properties are owned by foreigners. We live in slums. Our citizens live in slums because we cannot afford. Who does that? One year, sir. So when our children begin, businessmen under the leadership of Hasa Ergana, assassinating Yako, fearing Yako, company Yako. So you are now going to buy 10 times from the foreigner.
That's if you want to sell.
That is even if you want to sell. And then, slowly, if they are smart like I am, what they will start doing now is that they will start sponsoring one of theirs to run to become president of the Republic of Ghana. Ghana. The only thing left in Ghana now is the Flagstaff House. And even the Flagstaff, they are the one managing the president. They are the ones sponsoring the president. They can't sponsor me. That will be to me. Because for me, you joke with me. Don't joke with my country. I'm not a Nazi, but I'm a nationalistic person. What you? Mean jokey, I don't joke with my country. I've gone the whole world and I see how everybody is protecting his sovereignty and his people. It is only in Africa we don't care about our people, we don't respect our people, we don't value our people, we are not thinking right. We don't even know what is happening in the next 10 years. We don't care. So passport number 1, no. Unique. And nobody, no foreigner, let me say it, if they want to listen, they should listen. I am not a Nazi, but I'm a nationalistic person in my country. No foreigner will own property under my leadership. No foreigner will own property under, no foreigner will own a gun under my leadership. No foreigner will have a weapon under my leadership. You cannot own properties and kill my... Look, if you know the people who are dying in this country, killed by foreigners, you'll be shocked. And Ghana government is issuing them weapons. When you are issuing the foreigner a weapon, who do you want him to kill? We are Ghana government. Then you a Lebanese, a foreigner, an American comes and then you sign a weapon for him to go and shoot. Who is he going to shoot? Your citizen. Your daughter.
He's not in the haste to be the president, but he's in the haste to solve Ghana problem. Why in a simple crowd, my yeah.
Yes.
So time no call. Time no call. Yeah, all too soon. All too soon. All too soon.
You have to open something.
All too soon. All too soon. All too soon. Our time is almost. It's even up. It's up, and I know the DJ young boy will start to come in.
So I am going out again tomorrow. I wanted to go out today, but your program brought me. I'm still in Accra. Yeah. So China, you call Ashanti region, Eastern region. Then you from there you call Savannah and what do you call it? Bono Ahafo.
Okay.
Then to Savannah, then you call Northern region. From Northern region, now you call Northeast, now you call Upper East region, now it's Sanko, Upper West, then Samba, Western North, then Western region, then Samba, Accra again.
Okay. So you are doing your last campaign.
We are doing there's nothing called last campaign. We are just campaigning.
You are still campaigning.
We are campaigning. Okay. Because when you say many Ghanaians, some of them say, "Oh, Hayariga, we have not seen you in our community. We have not seen you in our area." You don't need to see me in your area to vote for me.
Your policies are
the policies are there. You are listening to me from here. I cannot be in every community in Ghana before the election. So I'm pleading with everybody. This medium, OKFM 10.17, is all over the country.
Yeah.
You hear it everywhere. So when I would team me and you love my policies and love how I want to run Ghana. I have so many policies, but because of the time, no, we have spoken small. Yeah. We have left a lot. So the rest. So the second passport is half Ghanaian, half foreigner. Okay. And the last passport, somebody will want to act. The last passport is somebody who naturalized to become a Ghanaian. Okay. So you can buy anything. You can do anything.
You can just come and enjoy.
You just come, do your business, bring in your investment, do and go.
Okay.
You are not entitled to become a first-class citizen. We allow you to become a citizen by passport, but not to become a president in this nation. If we do not protect this, in the next 10 years, foreigners will take off Ghana, and they are taking off Africa. You see, Chinese have brought in people, giving loans to African countries, and taking their properties, using their assets as collateral, taking their lands. Go to the northern part of Ghana. Chinese have bought farmlands, and they are farming cabbage, tomato, and all, and they're exporting back to their country. So in the future, you go to the farmland and there's no land. So I am pleading with the chiefs. Chiefs, I am begging you. This is Hassan Ayariga talking, the leader and the flag bearer of the APC. Your hope of Ghana, the next president, inshallah, of Ghana. I am pleading with you. Please, for God's sake, stop selling the lands to foreigners. Stop selling the lands to foreigners. I beg you. Please, if they come and they want to lease it in the name. They should lease it in your name, work in your name when they are going. Bye-bye, go. Let's change the way we do things. Let's change the way we handle this country. Land cannot increase. Land only decreases. It doesn't increase. So your names are, and once you sell it outright, you can never ever have it again. So your property is your land. Our country is our land. If we lose this land,
that's our own.
That's our own. If we lose it, we have no Ghana. We only hit our chest to say Ghana is ours because of the land.
Yeah.
So if we sell the land, where is Ghana for us? Please, I beg you guys. I beg you, chiefs, elders. Please, let's stop this. Me, I buy my land in my community. In where I come from, Tisungo, in Boku. When anybody wants to sell the land, I call the person, tell me how much you want. Obeka say, okay, me land, let's say 1,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, call your documents, nebra. Me ba ma 1,000 Ghana cedis. Me ma tanga uya na me documents, na me g documents no. Then I give the land back to you. I say, go and farm. Go. Farm no ko farm. Use it and farm and feed your family. The day I want my land, I'll let you know. I have bought so many lands like that. Because I know that the future is pregnant and a lot can happen. So I am pleading with rich folks in their communities. When your chiefs or elders want to sell the land, buy the land and give it back to them to farm and take over the land. Don't allow the foreigners to take our lands. Please, for God's sake, we are losing the sovereignty of Ghana.
And we don't want to lose it.
And I don't want you to lose it. I don't have so much time. Your children have time. Our great-grandchildren have time. You and I might live any day.
Yeah.
But we have to protect this country for the next generation.
Hassan Ayariga, the presidential candidate for APC All People's Party 2024. Ebusia for yenene bonkomo enewie. Ye beda mwase. Mwa mutie nyina ye da mwase. Names na dozens na means me reading nya because policies na no lay down. Na hu hia me pa na wose meji ni nyina. Nti ye da mu nyina ase. Mwa mutie ya mwa mo hwe nyina live on our Facebook page. Ye da mu nyina ase na me show bibia ye ne besi ha. So we have few more days to go before election 2024. Kwembe mu na wose ne kase bimu a ye be san friend bimu. But I say he's going on a campaign tour. Na oswa channel. Policies no good. We need to follow it. Something for Ghana is always going to be for Ghana. So when voting, you remember that. Kai said he said he's not in the haste to be president, but he's in the haste to solve Ghana problem. And I will lay down all the policies for us. Maybe you can follow the APC and read more about the policies and just keep sharing. You can go back to OKFM Facebook page, listen to the policies and share it for others to also understand what he's trying to do. So we wish him all the best in the 2024 general elections, and we wish him nothing but the best. Remember, he's number 9.
You didn't give me 1 minute to conclude.
Okay.
You are concluding for me now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I was expecting the questions and answers. Those who are going to phone in for us to have the...
My time is up.
Your time is up. Okay. Fellow Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Let me use the famous fellow Ghanaians.
Okay, let me also take it. Famous
Medi Hassan Ayariga.
Sorry?
Fellow Ghanaians, Medi Hassan Ayariga. Me na me APC flag bearer for the 2024 general elections. I'm speaking from OKFM 10.17 FM. Meaning say, ya bre, Ghanaians omo bre papa, omo bre, omo pe, no to aba. But 7 December no, 2024 is a different year because it's a decision for us to either build Ghana or lose Ghana. It is for us to either make a decision whether we are going to transform Ghana or we are not going to transform Ghana and stay where we are. It's for us to make a decision where we should go as a nation. So, yen in MP 7th of December. Yen tenasi fi say me my bread, me vote. O say vote ha. Parties na no pe omo di akunya no. Omo die members be pie be vote mamo. Now they will decide a president you don't want. So this year's election is about making change and deciding a president we want. So me paucho Ghana for P7 of December. Then you are polls peacefully because you pay have peace before, during, and after the election. Then go to Aba my APC Hassan Ayarga order number 9. Hassan Ayarga the number 9 from the top. We be counting number 9. My party logo no a broom. Prior yen together. So I am asking Ghanaians not to give excuses to say member no community and I member or constituency. Let us take this out and vote Hassan Ayarga and number 9. So the Ghana policies na mikita no ube me pay 4 years, me pay 8 years. Dabi. Ube jumana be ya 4 years be okay. Jumana ya obe ma 20 years kwa on me. But you who say this time no, ye be system no, and ye MDC and a MPP and ye APC. Hassan Ayarga, me dasi be brave. I thank you. Let's vote peacefully and go home and become a volunteer. Kasama APC or office or community kacha ni paninya this time Ayarga na ebe vote. Yeni ni ya humi from 2012, 2016, 2020 me kaho every year mapa every election mapa. Vote me once pe na hu adia na be ya Ghana. Ha. Ghana be heaven. Me do yami heaven no. It is all before ko heaven no. Dabi you heaven no ha. You bet me heaven no wa. Not until you die. You can live in heaven whilst in Africa and Ghana. Me, I will guarantee you that. That's Bebre. Thank you very much.
And thank you very much. Well spoken. Bebre. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your patience. And thank you so much for the good policies you have in mind for Ghana. It's a mindset thing, and we believe and hope once you become the president, we'll follow suit. We thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Honorable. Okay. It was for Damunina say, Up next is DJ Young Boy, and also the dear boy and young papa Saturday special with DJ Young Boy. Some patch for DJ Young Boy, my way. It was that Yedimube her that's a Yebeshi Bium meeting the Abigail Ashley, being produced by Sami Otavio, executive producer Dr. Father Dixon. Ebusia sena mekai no de ebesu akwemu nyina fasida e matwede ampo nyankopon ye wa fa mu de na nyankopon so enye ne de emma ma me wie with Hassan song enwum no e wa ha vote for the PNC Mufanchemio vote maka APC say ban say na me pon me ba be ka de AP the All People's Congress me pacho I mean omunyum no enfan wie mom ye da munjina ase yo Mr. Das bye.
Thank you very much.
your power